of your hot nights, hot song, hot lips all night long, hot bed of electric dreams, hot flash of electric scenes in your brain to drive you insane.
Here we are. Hello, Loring.
Hi.
Hello, and we're back at channel 36. And welcome, Loring Greene, to the show today.
Thank you.
Like I said, channel 36 in West Hollywood. It's a pleasure having you.
My pleasure to be here.
I know it's close to the holidays and everybody's running frantic and everything, but he said yes to me, and I got him on the show tonight.
What did I say yes to?
Here we are. Here we go. I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be good. Anyhow, we have a lot to cover. This is a very professional gentleman, and we're going to have a lot of laughs, and we're going to talk about the dating scene, what goes on, and how long have you been on the dating scene? You know what I want to know, Loring, really? Oh, excuse me, before I go on any further.
Sure. What?
I have to mention this.
Yeah.
I have to butt in and say, I have this piece on here, and people are wondering right now if this real or fake. I would never wear the real thing.
Definitely looks fake.
Thank you.
Because
I'm for the cruelty of animals and everything, and Elisa Eaton, I had her on the show before. She's the author of Too Old to Be a Hooker, Too Young to Be a Madam. She's a great activist. People who are cruel to animals and abuse. I'm one of them too. This is fake, folks. Now I could continue on with the show.
Right.
Okay. So the first time that you thought of getting on a dating site, what was your impression? I mean, how did you actually feel inside the first time ever?
That I actually got on or thought about it?
Yeah, thought about it, and then you went on that day. What were your feelings?
I felt kind of naked. I felt exposed.
Empty?
No, not empty. I felt like I was full of stuff to share, but at the same time treading carefully as to how much, too much. So I was a little temperate in the beginning.
Okay. And when you were doing your profile, that's hard to do, because you never know if you're putting in the right words.
Yeah, well, I think it's always a work in progress. You know,
it is.
As you grow, your profile should probably change, and you can add or subtract as you feel needed.
Right. But didn't you say to yourself, like, well, how much of myself should I put in here? Well, you said it's a work in progress, but like it's always the first impressions that hit. Really? So...
Well, pictures tell 1,000 words.
Oh, here we get on with pictures, which everybody talks about on the dating. Because people think, especially women, I have to admit that, you know, we look in the mirror and we think, oh, if I only looked the way I did years ago. But some women, when they look in the mirror, they don't come to the realization about the way they really look. They're oblivious to the actual person that they see, like I'm quite sure.
I totally get that, because as of tonight, seeing myself on this monitor, I went, holy mackerel! God, are you old, dude? No wonder you ain't getting any.
That's right. And that's why people and actresses and everyone, when they get on camera, they say, oh, show me these lights. I want all the lights you could show me. That's it. But everybody has those feelings, everybody. So what is the funniest experience you've had with a woman on the dating site?
You know, this wasn't one of the questions you asked me.
I know. I thought I'd put this in. Because you're so
the
good.
Funniest.
The funniest.
The funniest was when I met this woman, and she invited me to be on her TV show on cable.
Folks, you know who he's talking about. He's talking about me. So that's the funniest experience in his life.
It's right now. It's funny.
I
it's
know,
here.
because
I didn't expect to be here when I got on Match.
Because I thought he'd be perfect for it. You know, he's attractive. He's good in front of the camera. And he's a good talker. So you project. And this is what people like to hear.
Oh, okay.
All of these things. And that's why.
All right.
Okay, let's make you feel a little bit better anyhow. Okay,
All right.
now.
I'm fine.
Where is the most outrageous place you have ever had sex?
I'm still looking.
No, not the body, I mean.
Oh.
Not, I know what's coming out of you. Not the body, an environment.
I don't think I've yet had the funniest place. Or
Outrageous.
The most outrageous place.
Really?
Really outrageous place?
Like maybe an elevator or an alley or...
Close in an elevator. On the beach.
On the beach?
Yeah. In broad daylight.
In broad daylight?
Yeah.
Now that's kind of outrageous.
Yeah, it is.
I mean...
Up near Santa Barbara.
Okay.
Along these cliffs with my ex-wife. Right there in front of God and everybody. There was nobody around.
Okay.
You know,
Were there
but it was bright sunshine and beautiful day, and there was nobody around. And
were there rocks around hiding or anything like that, or was it open beach?
We were up next to the cliff, so people, if they did walk down, I would probably see that they were coming. So,
okay,
it was pretty safe, but it was glorious. It was glorious.
Okay, what is your favorite sport, indoor or outdoor? Oh, I shouldn't even ask that, should I? I don't know what you're going to say to that one.
Well, you don't know me that well.
I could guess.
But I do like indoor sports.
Okay, now do you think a woman is more sexy nude when making love or wearing a sexy nightgown?
Well, honestly,
Honestly,
I think imagination is probably the sexiest thing. So, leave something for the imagination, a little negligee, or, maybe a T-shirt that stops like right there. So you can't quite see what's going on.
So
you got a little something to think about. So
Okay.
imagination is sexy, and so create a situation where your imagination comes into play.
and you're getting hungrier by the minute then.
Oh, stop. Oh, stop.
Okay, all right. Oh, do you like the lights out or on when having sex?
Well, given that I did it in front of God and everybody on the beach in the bright sunlight, I can't really say I dislike it with the lights on. I do love the human form, especially the female one.
But how about her if she says to you?
You know what? Most people are a little, in this country, a little bit shy. This isn't Sweden or...
Right.
So a dimmer light is probably enough so you can find each other. Good.
You can feel your way around.
Yeah, I suppose you can.
Okay, if she stays overnight and she snores, what would you do? You're trying to be a gentleman. You're trying to be polite.
Well, at this age, a good night's sleep is hard to get. I'd either search for some earplugs or leave.
And that is if you really dug her. You really dug her.
If I really dug her, well, then definitely be earplugs.
Earplugs.
Yeah.
No clothespin on the nose.
No clothespin.
No damage to the nostrils.
No. Unless I could just take the nipple clamp off her and put it on her nose. I don't know.
Oh. You told me a story about the zipper and the parrot. I want you to tell the folks about this. This is great. This is a great story.
This is a true story. It happened this year, in fact. I was at a young lady's, well, not that young, but a lady's home, and she loved animals. She had a dog and a beautiful African gray parrot. And this parrot was just intriguing because it made amazing sounds and comments that were appropriate. It was like it was having a third person in the room. So I asked her if she wanted me to throw a log on the fire, and she said, "Yeah, that's sure. Sure, go right ahead, and I'll go get us another glass of wine." The parrot is in the corner near us.
Watching you.
Watching me.
Whoa.
I'm putting a log on the fire, and then right behind me, I hear the sound of a zipper. I swear. Zzz, you know, I look over my shoulder. There's nobody there. So I put the log on, and I hear it again, and this bird is making the sound of the zipper, and it was the funniest thing. And then when she came in with our wine, the bird said something like, "Good night." It was really the cutest thing. I mean, it was sensational.
Well, didn't he also say something like, "I think you're going to have a good time," or something like that?
That was kind of like someone's going to. That's right. You know,
I think that's what you told me.
Someone's going to have a good time. That's what it was. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I remember
it's true.
what you said that. But they're smart, these birds. You have to be careful what you say to them.
They live longer than human beings, some of
They
them.
live forever. They do.
They're
parrot
amazing.
family.
It's amazing.
They're amazing. They really are.
Yeah. No, I was very enthralled by this.
Yeah, I told you about my little cockatiel.
Yeah,
the way
you
she
did.
talks,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
She loves to look at the mirror. I'm so
Yeah.
pretty. I'm so pretty. I mean, they listen.
All
It
right.
demands a lot of time spending to talk, but
Yeah.
I hear that they pick up these bad words real fast and different expressions if you say it over
Really?
and over again. So you have to be a little careful. It's like having a child in the house, you know? Can't be too careful. You never know. Now,
Yes.
what do you expect to see in a woman when you first meet her regarding looks and accessory and so on?
Well, if I have an idea about who I'm going to meet.
Well, you have an idea through the picture. That's about it in your talk, yeah.
Yeah, well, if I'm meeting somebody in the wild, I'd have no idea who I'm meeting. But given the fact that I'm looking for somebody who is going to be representative of the picture that they have had on their website, social networking, Match, whatever.
Right.
I expect them to look like their picture.
But they come out looking different.
No, yeah, a lot of, I would say less than 50% actually look like their pictures. Some people do. This is what I used to look like. This is what I kind of used to look like, and this is what I really don't look like today at all. But they're all me. It drives me nuts.
It's all hilarious because where do you meet people today? It's hard to meet people unless you collide with someone in the market, at the cleaners. It's difficult.
Yeah.
You don't go to bars anymore all the time and like we used to, and so it presents a little problem.
Yeah, no,
That's it.
I think we're very fortunate to have the internet to work with, to help us find people to connect with.
It's a form of entertainment too. It is.
It's work.
Oh, it's work.
It's fun.
It's a job.
It's fun work. It's job. It's a job.
I told you, it's auditioning. I feel like I'm auditioning. Don't you feel like you're auditioning every time?
Yes.
And you're used to. Speaking of auditioning, folks, he's an actor. He does a lot of voiceovers. His family was in show business for years. Dancers?
Yeah, they were dancers in Oklahoma, Guys and Dolls, Pajama Game, Carousel, the movies with Rodgers and Hammerstein, the big
best.
ones. If I want to see my parents, I just pop in a DVD. I'm very fortunate.
And you studied with the best, Lee Strasberg, David Lawrence for voiceovers.
How did you know I studied with Lee Strasberg?
Listen,
what did you do?
I study. You see, definitely I study.
Funny.
But you're good. Very, very interesting. Like I said, he's very busy, and this is great today. It's just keeping busy. it makes life interesting, exciting, and everything's a challenge. And I think everybody needs a challenge today, correct?
Well, you don't have a choice most of the time. life,
it's
life
sink or swim.
Life wants to give you challenges.
I know, it's sink or swim.
It's just
now,
the way it is.
I know. Now, this gentleman also, professionally.
Me? That's what.
It's you. Okay. We could talk a little bit what you do on the Medi-Cal situation about MDA, and you're also a state appraiser. You're a state appraiser. You do that for wills.
My real estate
real
business.
estate.
Yes, I hold 2 real estate licenses, an appraisal license, a sales license. But my real love is drug policy reform.
Right. I know you're doing a lot on that.
An activist in that department.
Right. And you give speeches on that too.
I speak at city council meetings quite frequently to try and persuade the powers that be to allow for compassionate use of cannabis and other substances that will provide for personal development. What?
Cannabis. I don't think a lot of people know the other abbreviation for cannabis.
The
other name.
The slang term for it, marijuana.
Marijuana. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a really important dietary essential vegetable in its raw form, and it's non-psychoactive. I mean, you're not getting high off of it. If you were to able to juice it on a regular basis and get it into your system, you will have so much more longevity than you could ever possibly realize.
Well, my uncle took it years ago because the doctor prescribed that. Now I'm talking about 25 years ago. He had cancer of the colon, and he prescribed marijuana.
Yeah.
Because that really was beneficial for him.
Well, you know, people use the burn it and smoke it for its pain relieving analgesic properties.
Right.
But you know, if we were to have this in our the cannabinoids that we need from this plant, our body's like searching for these cannabinoids in everything we eat to help modulate pain and swelling and stuff like that, and to fight cancer. It's very anti-cancer. It's a great anti-inflammatory, and we can have it without the high.
Well, let's say you have to know how to use it and what you're using it for, not as an everyday habit or, you know, like you're doing it every hour on the hour without the health benefit. You know, there's nothing wrong with you or anything like that, too. It's like anything else.
Absolutely.
But
my most recent discovery was using this classification of drugs. They're called entheogens: cannabis, psilocybin, ayahuasca. There's a number of different types of medicinal properties in these plants that have entheogenic effects and will create a sense of healing within the person. And my most recent narration was for a video, which is a patient outreach program for people who are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. The servicemen that are coming in back to the States who come in with all these problems.
Accident victims, rape victims, robbery victims, divorce victims. I mean, I could use
That's a good one, yeah. Look at the mental strain through divorces.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
We all need to heal. Why can't we use some of these substances that are helping people heal quickly at much less expense than what we're used to seeing?
As long as we use it the right way, like we're talking about, you know,
within psychotherapy.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's the same way.
Yeah, if you're doing the work, you're in psychotherapy, and you're capable of making some changes and progress in your personal life and your development, and you can do it with or without drugs. But if they can take a year and a half off of therapy and combine it into one night with MDMA, and save the Veterans Administration $1.5 million.
You're using
MDMA. Oh, this is a very controversial drug. It's been banned because it's actually got a street name called ecstasy.
Well, that's a very touchy name.
Well, just because it's illegal doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, the same goes with cannabis. Same goes with a lot of substances that have been part of the the human equation for thousands of years.
I know, but when you talk about it, you have to be careful of the kids in school because they used all of these things too and everything.
Well,
Then
no one's saying
goes,
that kids should be using any of this stuff. This is nuts. You
Right.
know, there's a strict divide here that
Right.
needs to be understood right now. We're
Exactly.
talking about appropriate and moderated use that will allow people to have healing experiences.
I'm glad you're saying that because we're on the air, so all the kids, if someone's watching this, can't say, "Hey, Mom, I heard them saying that it's okay to use ecstasy and all that."
Well,
Again,
you know what? Maybe for some of those people that went through that awful experience recently with that terrible shooting back east, all this
terrible.
there's going to be some people that are going to have some post-traumatic stress
In
disorder
Canada,
from that.
on Canada,
And how are they-
Connecticut, I mean.
Connecticut. How are they going to get over that? I mean, here is an avenue that will get people back on their path faster.
Right.
And that's what this is about. We owe it to people, our veterans especially, to give them a less expensive and more effective way to overcome their post-traumatic stress disorder.
Okay. And that's going to be on video on YouTube, you said?
It's
gonna be
actually,
on-
no, it's on mdmaptsd.org. mdmaptsd.org.
Okay, why don't they put on YouTube also?
It's on YouTube too, but I can't recite that long, crazy address.
Oh,
Okay.
that presents a little problem. Yeah, I know.
ZXY432, that's not going to work. mdmaptsd.org.
Okay. What I also want to ask you, getting back to the dating thing, how long have you been on the dating site?
Well, about 2 years. Going on
2 years?
Yeah.
One, or have you used 2 or
20
3?
months, okay. Who's counting?
2 or 3 sites or just one?
Oh, just Match,
Just Match?
Yeah.
Match.com is
Yeah,
probably...
I'm ready to venture out and find
Ex-
someone who can be tolerant of my swashbuckling ways.
Have you heard Plenty of Fish?
I have heard of it. I haven't been on it though. No.
It's just as it is. You hear of all these sites, but that's a good name.
Yeah.
There's so many fish out there. I am telling you, you get crazy. You really get crazy, like you said. It's just like a job. But that's the only way. That's the only way. Some people are lucky. I knew someone that was in the market.
Yes.
She had her basket. She was going around the corner, and
Yes.
somebody told me she collided with somebody else, and that person became her husband in a market.
Well, that's nice when life works that way, but it's not
Maybe you're in the
a
restaurant.
common issue.
Maybe
I mean,
you're-
a common way. I mean, people often have to work for it. I mean, and I think in some respects, if you don't work for it, you don't appreciate it. So maybe a little bit of effort is required to make it pay off for you.
To a point. You could also be in a crowded restaurant and feet touch, and you're playing
Oh,
Tootsies under the table too.
yeah.
Who knows? I mean, if you see anybody, would you do anything?
A communal
would you
table?
And nobody, you see, think about this for a second.
Didn't care what.
Nobody would know what you're doing. And if you were close by someone and you were attracted by them and vice versa, the eyes met. We were talking about eye contact before.
Yeah.
Before the show started, folks, we were talking about eye contact. So, because the eyes talk. When you look at someone, sometimes you don't have to say anything because the eyes say everything, right? Okay, so you're in this crowded restaurant and you see someone and you think, and the feet want to work a little bit and you think, who's going to see me? Would you do something like that?
You know what? It's highly unlikely that you're going to find somebody without putting some effort into your search.
I mean, that's kind
it
of
happens all the time. I mean, I would think
it's kind of risque, kind of
yeah.
tintillating in a way.
I wouldn't say no to someone I was attracted
If someone did
to.
footsies to you next under the table,
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about.
yeah. Okay.
You know,
well,
with
if it
the
was
table next to a table.
if it was somebody I never met,
That's right, a stranger.
It's never happened.
Would you do that?
Would I do that to
Yes,
a
yes.
stranger?
Yes. If you saw that she was attractive looking, are you that wild?
No, I don't know that I would.
You're kind of shy. You're kind of shy to do that.
Yeah, so that's probably crossing the line of it. That's as bad. Would that be as bad as putting a? No, I'm not going there.
No. Oh, I don't know. I think that's kind of risque, in a way, but kind of cute. Risque while being cute, because, like I said, I wouldn't care because no one would know what I'm doing under the table.
Oh God! Well, that reminds me of the scene from Shampoo with Warren Beatty and.
I forgot a lot of parts of that movie.
Oh yeah, okay.
Why,
the
what
under
happened?
the table scene.
Oh, they did? They had an under table scene?
Oh yeah, watch that movie.
Oh.
It was cutting edge back in 1970.
Oh, so they're
when it came
doing
out.
the real McCoy under the table then.
No, she was doing the real McCoy.
Well, the real McCoy was going on underneath the table. Let's put it that way.
Something
That's
was
funny.
going on.
Oh yeah. I remember parts of the movie, but I don't remember all of it anyhow.
Oh.
Let me see here. I did. Oh, there's something else.
What's that?
This is kind of fun. Picture a white room, and the people in it are all dressed in white. What type of emotion does this depict?
Sterile.
Your view on what, if they're all like that? What does you think they're leading towards? Well, all white is sterile.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because
all right. Just I don't know how you can see. I mean, if everything was all
what would come
white,
to your
there
mind real fast, though, when you think about that? Real fast.
Real fast?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Marriage.
Marriage?
But sterile wouldn't come in there.
Marriage.
Marriage. That's what
What?
this person said. That's what this person
Because of
said.
a white
All
dress?
white. Probably.
Well, yeah, well, if it was the first your first marriage, but here we're talking second, third, fourth year. we don't get to think white anymore.
I know. But wait a second. People still do get married in white in second and third. Today, anything goes.
Oh, really?
You know, they do black weddings. They do black and white weddings. Very
Yeah?
popular.
Oh, okay.
Black and white weddings.
I
Wasn't like, years ago where you think of black as a funeral. They have beautiful black and white weddings. And the bride could wear that also.
You are just so
Oh, this was so
Cosmo.
much fun today.
Are
It's
you having
only
a good
half an
time?
hour. Oh, are you having a good time?
I am, actually. This is
Okay.
fun. I'm enjoying
I want to
it.
thank everyone. Thanks Channel 36. It's been great. It's been fun. Love everyone. Come back again. And happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you, Loring,
Thank
for
you.
coming in heavy traffic today
My
and
pleasure.
to make our evening complete. And we love you. Come back again, and we'll see you next year. Bye.
Give me 5. Good job. That went so fast.
Oh, it does.
Very
It
good.
goes.